Good
When-
evening.
I love that we all came in. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, okay. Well,
We're gonna be playing some Ravnica.
This week's Adventures in the 10th District.
all right.
What will happen today, Jerry?
That is a good question. Currently, you are all in precinct 2.
Same thing we try to do every week.
Okay,
We
should
try
shut
to
up
take
the
over the
tournament.
world. Gosh, brain, what could it be?
Oh, copyright. No, I don't think that's enough, but whatever. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
all right, fair enough.
It doesn't matter.
Probably
It really
not.
doesn't matter. The music I'm using is probably copywritten anyways. It doesn't matter. So, with that, when last we left our heroes, you had just concluded the procession of Ishmael being risen to the rank of commander within the Boros Legion. Upon completing the procession, he was gifted with a set of what looks like celestial armor, sprouting a pair of wings on his back and a halo around his head. As he took off to the skies and circled around above, the entire crowd cheered, and as he came back down, they let him know that a festival, a feast, would be held in honor of this achievement. But Roland also let him know that if he could not make it to the feast for pressing issues do demand your attention, he would understand, and it would be understood by the Boros Legion as well. With that information, you elected to move out and attempt to find the whereabouts of Clint, or at least stake out one of his establishments, one that is here in the city. As you raced your way down the Tower of Sunhome, you stopped off at the bank for a moment. Vasul started to interrogate a group of individuals that he heard talking about his very own patron, Evaria Volos, saying that she had been unseated by one of her followers, one Lexav Morlaix. And it was said that it wasn't even much of a fight, more of a assisted surrender almost. As he was given that information, you all, after a fair amount of confusion on their part from just an incredibly odd interaction between Apple and Vasul, as well as Vasul just being Vasul, they departed. You went up and saw that most every kiosk was being held up at the moment. It seemed that the bank was having a very busy day. Upon which Vasul asked for the manager. As he did, somebody from the back went and circled around a corner, disappearing for a moment, and coming back with this individual. She was a giant, walking out just behind her employee, and coming forward to talk with Vasul. Vasul was granted an audience, but she was more than a little annoyed. As she took him back to her chambers, a series of interactions that I can only really call Vossul's. Um, she was in no mood to entertain him any longer. One of the actions being that he pulled a card from a deck of many things. As he did so, a rather tame card came up. It was a knight. And as the card was pulled, the card just basically tore itself to shreds and seemed to vaporize in the air. And as it did, out of that vapor came a knight, or so it seemed, fully armored, a Luxodon, like himself, seemingly had been summoned, and followed Vossul's orders to a T, regardless of what they might be. One of them was to grapple with this said giant, who was a manager of the Vizcapa Bank. Luckily enough, she was baffled to the point of not killing him outright, but definitely giving him a very pointed threat that if he did not stop and or get out, she would kill him. After he proceeded out, the halls themselves seemed to rearrange, causing him to not really know which way to go out. A crow came up to him, landed on his shoulder, and said, "This way, idiot!" And led him back to the park. He also managed to convince this giantess to share a meal with him and his new lover over at the erecting of a new chamber of the guild pack. After all of that was said and done, you all proceeded to the Crystal Crown's Rest, the establishment that you know is owned by one Clint, and started to try and do some investigating before you even really entered the establishment proper. Upon giving it a once-over, Vossul was able to see that there was a slight seam in the wall outside, and that is actually where we left our heroes. We don't know exactly what that seam could be, and maybe prying it into it further. But regardless, let me get you guys to Crystal Crown's Rest. It is mostly covered in black right now, so I'll try and give a focus ping real quick. Oh, it's not. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's do focus. Boop. So, that is currently where you all are at. I am going to take this one off, and I am going to bring in his other. But y'all can place yourselves where you would like to. The seam in the wall is right here. So that's where Vossul would be, at least.
Wait, and this is the bank?
Oh no, this is the Crystal Crown's Rest, because that is where we left you all.
Should definitely have more than one key.
Let me, does it, let's see. Your character, class resource. It says 14. Did you have one on your character sheet?
I might have just left it down. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could be.
Okay, anyway.
Could be.
Hopefully it is just a one-time thing. All right. Yes, you guys can put your characters out there. I will.
How do you
So you go to your the character tab in the journals.
Yeah.
You You just click on your name, Apple, and then
Yep.
hold and drag.
Oh, it's not letting me do it.
That's weird.
Oh, there it goes.
I did
Hey.
where you said we were because
It was like
Everything just
highlighting
looks
everything. Sorry.
No worries.
black.
What?
Yeah. Is it just all black? Is that what it
There's
is?
a lot of all black, but I will focus pink.
Okay. But see, when you do that, it just
Shoots you off the page.
yeah, completely.
Oh, cool.
So then,
Let's
Are
try
you
this.
zoomed
Let's
way
try
in or
this.
zoomed way out?
Let's try this.
oh wait, we're really tiny. I think. Maybe
Yes,
that's
you
it.
Yeah.
are.
Oh, okay. Okay, that was the problem.
We are small.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is a big map.
MOL.
Okay, let me see. I think that was the problem. I was looking for.
Understood. Understood.
I will move myself down there.
Okay, we've got Victor's out, Ezra's out, Valsul needs to come out.
Oh, do we still have that feast thing going on? Do we have
Oh, the
bonus
extra.
health?
That's a 24-hour period, so yes, the procession happened today, and you were all eating today. So yeah, that would be.
So how much extra did it give us? Sorry, I think this
I
is where
think
I
it
I
was
think it's
14?
14.
Yeah.
Yeah,
14.
I wrote it down.
Thank you. Cool. Thank you.
Yes. And the seam in the wall was right over here. So let me get Valsul over there because he was inspecting it. Oh, I didn't get another. You know what? For the sake of this, I'll just copy Valsul because he's got a knight that's following him around.
2 Vasuls? What are we in for?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can't.
Well,
even.
so this one has been very doesn't speak unless spoken to. Seems to only really talk and praise and do anything towards Vasul.
Ah, yes. He is Vasul's Stan.
Baby kitty.
Be just like him.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Yes.
Okay,
That's a deep cut.
If we move, could someone just move me? I need to use the bathroom real quick.
I got you. I got him.
I'm
I
sorry,
got
Paul.
her.
There's
I got
usually so
these.
many people here.
I got these 4.
Beautiful. All right, I'll grab.
These knuckleheads. Oh, I guess
Sweet.
there's Victor too.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh
fine.
no, Victor's here. He's here.
Victor's the Victor's.
Victor's here.
Hello?
Victor here.
Yeah, I'm just petting my kitty, but you can
Oh.
move me.
All right.
I don't want to interrupt.
Vasul is currently looking over the seam in the wall and just pointing it out to the rest of the party, saying, "Oh, this looks kind of strange."
Well, wouldn't he say something about putting his fingers in a seam or something like that? Or
I might
Something.
I might have to lick
Wanna
it.
lick it?
We
Yes.
might need to know how it
That's
tastes.
right. That's exactly what.
something something crass.
I mean, the last time he came up against a hidden door, he licked it.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
so he's doing that. My investigation sucks. Does anybody else want to look?
What are we looking at? A
There's
crack?
there's just a
A
like
crack in the
there's
wall
a seam.
that
It's not a
Vasul-
crack. It is.
A
It looks like
seam.
it was put there intentionally. For some
would-
reason.
Vasul's sticking his tongue out just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's getting really close to doing that. Okay, investigation has been rolled. For that, you will be moving up here. Everyone needs to roll a
Oh,
dexterity
okay.
saving. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
it-
You don't-
That wouldn't
You don't have
surprise me, to be honest.
Okay, with an investigation check of 31, you look across this seam in the stonework. As far as you can tell, it seems like it's just a seam in the concrete. there's no like visible
I'm back.
way to like open it, or you don't know if it's hiding something. Like there's no visible marks, is what I'll say. There's no like runes, there's no sigils, there's no little holes, and you're looking it up and down. Like you're not seeing any real way to open this
Hmm.
if that's
Doesn't
even what it
look-
does. You're not
Just looks like a seam. Yeah.
sure.
Well, I suppose could go inside.
Good.
Sure.
What are you looking at there? Snack, I wasn't quite paying attention.
Well, I feel like Snack would be having to knock Vasul's trunk like out of the way or something to like really look at it.
Oh yeah, because he's in the middle of trying to lick it.
Yes, right. Trying to look at whatever Vasul saw over here. It's a seam, but it just looks like a seam. There's nothing really that interesting about it at all.
Well, you never know when you're going to touch a wall and get sucked into a pocket dimension.
Well, that is true. You're
We
right.
know that firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is true. That's why I
I'm
didn't
gonna roll
touch
to
it.
see if Vasul licks it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I
Do
did.
we even need to roll?
Not really. I'm literally giving it a 75% chance that it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's 15 through 20, it won't happen. Otherwise, it will.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, he
oh,
decides not to.
He had restraint.
And
Maybe
so
I
I don't know if it
did
was
have
restraint
restraint.
or he. Oh, look, a butterfly.
Vasul, have you tried whispering at it?
Hey, little C, how are you doing? Could you just open up for us if that's what you do, or something else? He starts petting it with his trunk.
Didn't work.
Nothing
All right, well, I think I'm going to try the front door.
happens.
If we're done, well, we don't need to be done. I suppose I could just go by myself. I'm going to begin walking towards.
Beautiful. Please do.
I don't
Towards
think this is
the
anything to
entry.
look at anymore. I'll go with. Come on, Vasul.
We. Oh,
Oh, that makes.
Don't
it
worry.
easy. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
We got
I got
you.
It's like autopilot.
it.
you're welcome.
Cruise control.
I will also make this
Is
not
this all of us?
Vasul.
Doesn't feel like this is all of us.
Well, I mean, you are missing Junior and all of your pets.
We don't have
Yeah.
our 10 billion pets with us.
Well, I
Correct.
know. Maybe that's why it feels like a small group.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna let everyone be able to control this, cause why not? I don't care. All players, yes.
By
Yes,
the
sir,
way,
excuse me, he's
Apple,
my son.
if I mean, I suppose
Pet.
you don't consider Junior a pet, but this pocket dimension amulet thing seems pretty neat. If you'd
I
like, we
mean-
could always transport Junior inside the necklace.
We can ask him.
We can
Fair.
ask him.
Fair.
I'm sure he would miss the sunlight.
You know, funny thing, there was an ambient light source. I don't know if it was like a sun per se,
What?
but I do remember it not being pitch black in there.
Mhm.
Well, I would be interested to check it out as well.
All right. As you all,
What is ahead of us, DM?
I will unveil that. Give me just a moment. Reveal areas, and this is literally until you guys get into the complex, and then you'll see everything. But
And as the party approached the door, the DM cast Revelio,
woohoo!
revealing the area ahead. With
So,
a flick of his mouse.
with you see, yes, you can already head in. That's fine. But you do see just two sets of ornate crystalline blue and gold reamed with like ivory, and you don't know whether it's real ivory or not, but ivory cast doors that just, as you push them, literally float open. They take no effort whatsoever.
Can't say I've ever been to an establishment like this.
It is very sweet.
What?
Like, even as you enter the foyer, you can see that it is mostly open air, and as you step in, any like weather, it was a little bit warmer today, and so as soon as you step in, you feel like there's this cool breeze of air that just seems to clean off any sweat or any uncomfortability that might have been felt on the exterior.
It's interesting. I was enjoying that humid air for the mushrooms. It's unfortunate, really.
All right. You step in. You look around and see that it is mainly just two desks on either side. Right now, only one is being occupied by a rather dark-haired woman who is standing at attention, and as the door opens, she says, "Oh, why, thank you for coming in. Welcome to the Crystal Crown's Rest. Are you all looking to stay the night? How long is your stay, I should say?" I will then bring her token up. And I will give you guys a look at what you see.
I would like to rub my sending stone
Mm-hmm.
and kind of send out a little telepathic message to the party of just, so how direct should we be with this? Do we take the room? Do we just start asking questions? Opinions?
I'm just here to support you on your journey.
Me too. It's fantastic.
If only
It's
there
kinda
was
cute.
someone
Great.
here who could.
I know, this is all about Ezra and her not being here. It's like,
How would she proceed?
yeah, because she's the one who should be making the decisions here.
Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. I was like, I'm not the, you know me, and not asking questions of things. So I'm
Uh-huh.
like, take a
s-
room, and then I'll sneak around.
We,
I think that would be the wisest choice, personally. And I think that's the one Ezra would take as well, trying to be
Yeah, more
very discreet,
Yeah, low. Yeah,
low profile.
low. Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, please do. I am not strapped for time. Just
Hell, I mean, the more time we waste, the more likely it is that the bard gets you.
correct.
Or at least Steven.
And Steven too.
That too.
just stare at her for a while. Do you think she
Yeah,
has
let's
ice water in the lobby?
smile creepily at her.
I've got one better. You all just T-pose.
Excuse me, I'm quite parched. Do you have anything to drink? Like
Oh.
a cucumber water, perhaps?
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Usually that is reserved for our guests. It is free of charge once you know, pay for a room.
Or do you have a,
Is
a
the
resort?
rate
Is this
for
like a
a-
day pass that we can get? That we can
Yes,
have?
you could get a day pass. Yes, of course.
What sort of amenities come with the day pass?
I mean, most the drink that you just asked for, anything that is for
Is there a
sustaining
massage? Perhaps a mud room?
anything that is for sustaining your body, like juice, water. We do have some melts. All of those are free of charge once you pay for the day pass. The only thing that would cost you extra is if you did get something alcoholic.
I have a question. Do you have any mushrooms?
We do.
Oh,
I mean, we have an assortment of all kinds on the menu. We know we have
yes.
creatures from all walks of life. So,
Do you have a list of mushrooms and what their effects might be? Maybe that I could just.
real quick, I just have to make sure you know this is not that kind of establishment. We don't carry those kind of mushrooms on.
Ma'am, I don't know what kind of mushrooms you think that I'm talking about, but
The kinds that have
I am-
effects is what I think you're talking about.
I don't think you understand. You see, let's restart here. I am a wonderful and passionate mushroom soup enjoyer and creator, if you will.
Understood.
It's an art, honestly. And
Go ahead.
I'm looking for the best mushrooms around to enhance the flavor and wonderfulness and just
Okay, so less effects. Okay,
pizzazz
and
of
more
my soups.
yes, taste,
And so,
texture.
I mean,
All right, yes.
effects are good and all. You know, one time I killed somebody with a mushroom. You know, not on purpose, but you know that one might have been a little too strong. The wrong kind of psilocybin.
You see her eyes go
Yeah,
like a
you
little
know,
bit
I
wider for
just-
just a second before her
just
composure comes back very
really-
quickly.
Really enjoy mushrooms a lot. Like I don't think you understand quite how much I enjoy mushrooms. You see, I actually grow them on my body.
Now that you mention it, I do see that, sir. Let me get you a list
Sir, leave
right
with us.
away.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, so like I said, I grow them on my body. I've got this little guy.
She like turns to
He's
leave, and then as you
right?
continue talking, she stops and turns and listens to you.
Yeah. So I've got this little guy. He's not actually a guy. He's a rock beetle, but he lives on my body, and he takes care of all the mushrooms that grow on me. His name
Yep.
is Frank. Frank, say hi.
One moment.
I'd
one
like to
moment.
just like lean over as this conversation is be like, I think you might be oversharing. I feel super confident.
it's what is the Felix whatever it is from Harry Potter? makes him feel lucky.
Mm.
You know,
Okay.
so Frank, I don't think Frank wants to come out and play. I think he's just hanging out somewhere, you know, tending to the mushrooms. If he wants to show up, he will. But anyways, you know, this one time I made mushroom soup for some angels. Angels. Like, could you believe it? Actual angels. It was
Who's he talking
incredible.
Hello.
I'm talking to the lady still.
I thought she left to get the list.
No.
What?
Did she not leave? I thought she left. To get
No,
the
she was
list.
going to leave, and then I kept
Oh.
talking.
Oh. So she's still there. I'm just like, oh my god.
So like I said, I made mushroom soup for angels, and these angels, they said it was some of the best mushroom soup that they've ever had. And like, I don't think I've ever been
Yeah.
quite this excited to tell anybody about mushroom soup, but I do
Okay, I'm back.
Think
Frickin' balls.
that. Hello, hi. So
Oh, I was like,
Frank,
where is
I don't think Frank's coming out to play right now, but that's okay. I was just explaining.
Hi, boss.
Oh,
Hey, it is Frank. Hey, so this is my little pal Frank. He tends to all my mushrooms. Say hi, Frank.
Hi, who are you?
That is a nice lady who's gonna get us a list of mushrooms that we might be able to take home, maybe.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. Yeah, she's really kind and really nice and really likes to listen. Frank, you can go back to 10 mushrooms now. Thank you so
She
much.
just is nodding her head calmly.
Yeah. Now, ma'am, see, here's the thing. You did say something about you didn't have any of those kind of mushrooms. Now, I know somebody who has some of those kind of mushrooms, and
Victor.
that somebody's me. But
Victor,
oh yeah, uh-huh.
I hate. I mean, I don't
Hate
know
it.
if I hate to interrupt you right now, but,
Yeah.
but you've been talking for 5 straight minutes.
Uh-huh.
At least.
The lady could get you your list of mushrooms,
No,
and then
no,
she'll
no.
be
As
back.
you were saying this, you see her eyes just go sideways for a second, like just kind of.
Ma'am, yeah, can I ask, do you have a supplier of those kind of mushrooms, and or would y'all even want to sell those kind of mushrooms?
Victor, the lady is being polite. But you have.
All right,
no
I am a
intention
little
of
bit
having-
confused. Those kind of mushrooms, you sound like you're speaking about those kind of mushrooms again. Are you talking about those kind of mushrooms? Because
I am talking about-
I assure you, we don't practice the selling of, dare I say, magic mushrooms.
Now, see, now I think you potentially have a large portion of clients that might enjoy those kind of mushrooms. Those kind of mushrooms have a lot of wonderful effects,
so-
especially taking in very small doses, also known as microdoses.
I love your enthusiasm. I am a hostess. I
Yeah,
don't make
do you
decisions.
Think, do you think you could get your boss for me real quick?
Give me just a moment. She turned to go get the list. You see that she is definitely not going that direction any longer. She walks out this direction.
Victor,
Yeah.
how is this low profile? What are you doing?
Don't worry about it. Listen.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. Like, I'm just distracting.
Apple,
you.
how long does your enchantment last?
An hour.
Cool.
You're good, buddy.
Just double checking.
Guys,
You're good.
Now that she's gone, we can sneak through.
Oh.
Okay. There is no reason why we would need to sneak into this
Okay,
establishment.
alright, Yeah.
Do you not
mean,
think
pretty
they'll find it
obvious.
strange
Yes,
when they
yes.
arrive back
we're
and we
gone.
are not here? Do you think they're not just gonna check the yard?
They'll be like, I guess they didn't want to be
I guess
here.
they left.
They probably were gonna think that we just left because I'm a crazy mushroom guy.
You just spoke for 10 whole minutes about how you desperately needed mushrooms from these people.
Yeah.
And you think they think naturally that you would just leave?
I think I probably have 95% of the mushrooms they have here on my body right now. I don't actually need any of their mushrooms.
It was a ploy all along.
No, see, Victor, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that, but
Uh-huh.
they don't know.
What? They probably just think I'm crazy.
Well, it's tough to put it to you this way, Victor. But I think they don't need to think that you're crazy.
Yeah.
We are actually just here to ask questions. Now, I recognize that you asked for the proprietor of the establishment, which is what I was going to do. Although with my own store, while they're gone, actually, it's a good time for me to fill you all in on my concept for a story.
Got it. Yeah.
Good plan.
While you are crazy about mushrooms, we are a private group of investors
Ah, yes.
with a lot of money who are
Uh-huh.
interested in perhaps a stake of the business. We would need to meet with the proprietor of the business
Oh,
to
wow.
strike such a deal.
Yeah.
We are carrying a fuckload of cash.
Okay. I have an idea.
Eccentric people
I-
always have lots of money.
I'm gonna act crazy to you and to him, and then that gives you a chance to say, "Wow, who the fuck is this guy?" Leave me behind, and then you get a conversation with him, all serious and businesslike.
Victor, we already spoke, and I knew you by name.
We walked in together, Victor. We walked in as a group.
I don't know you guys.
Victor, I have to.
I'm just poking holes in everything.
Victor, I have to ask you a question.
He doesn't know that.
Victor, look at me.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No.
Ever since he lost his
I took-
armband.
I took a fun mushroom, and now here we are.
Oh, okay. That explains it.
So,
I'm just gonna look at Abe and just go-
Steven, but I'm just going to turn to Ishmael and be like, do you not think that that's a good cover story? I'll fill you in once more, just repeat myself. So we are here as a potential fib, because they're gone right now. So I'm talking about the plan. Right? As a potential fib, we flash the money that we're carrying. We've got a lot of gold and a lot of platinum on us. We claim to be private investors who are looking to buy a stake in the business. This would require the presence of such a proprietor. That's how we meet the manager. Now, to fill you in further, Victor just talked for 10 minutes at length about mushrooms to this woman, and she has gone to fetch the manager in that respect. But I feel like my investment group idea might save this. But we need to somehow sell that Victor is crazy, which
Very
feels
wealthy.
weird to say.
Should
You'd
I
think it would
have
be easy?
should I have cast enhance ability at a higher level to give more than just one person advantage on charisma checks? Or you think we're just gonna be good with one person talking?
I mean, the nice thing about if you do multiple is that then we can riff and work together. You know? And then no matter who gets told to roll for whatever comes out of our mouths.
Hmm.
I can back off the mushroom talk, and we can go investor talk if we want to.
Well, now you've made a character. You have to do it.
I just,
I see.
I mean, yes, you must maintain character. It would be too strange for you to shift
It
on
would
dime
just
now.
be incredibly strange to drop the strangeness entirely.
Ah,
Exactly.
I see.
I think what I'll do is I'll sell you as actually the inheritor of a great wealth in mushrooms. But you are eccentric and very strange. We are your financial advisors in this business
Entourage.
venture.
Yes. I like it a lot.
So how many people actually need to talk? Because
But
obviously
essentially,
Ezra has like
we're
a
only in this
bajillion.
investment because you have money. We're all clear on that, right?
Mhm.
All right.
We
So
shouldn't
that's
flash
Victor's
all
role.
of our money. That's a poor life choice.
well. Then we need to decide: do we flash the gold we're currently carrying?
Not a lot.
I mean, a fair amount of it.
Oh, we went to the bank, right?
I
Yeah,
thought we went
we're
to a
carrying 20,000 gold pieces.
I mean, look at how big this place
Yeah,
is. We got to flash a
that
lot to
sounds-
be to even get his attention.
And that's just it.
Okay. How
This
much?
establishment is huge. And you felt the way that breeze blew when we walked in, how comfortable it is in here. This place is not natural. We have to flash big cash if we're going to be taken seriously. I would know as a monk. I am a master of
So-
business.
What if the manager isn't who we want it to be?
I'll just keep talking.
And then I'll cast Pass Without a Trace, and we'll go find him.
That 10 is for my I'm a master of business claim.
Understood.
So we're just gonna buy part of.
If you're
buy
going,
into the
if you're
business,
going for a
that's your
deception
plan?
check, I'll remind you, we're not doing those anymore. It is whether the party believes you or not.
I just still like to roll. It's fun that way.
I get it.
I believe him because I've lived in a forest most of my life.
Me too. Well, yeah, I've lived underground.
So we're just gonna offer money and be like, I want part of the stakes.
Kind of. I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
you joined like 5 seconds ago. You heard the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this is I wouldn't.
Listen,
I,
Steven, none of the
I have an
charisma
idea.
characters were here at the top of the session. We're
Yeah.
doing our best.
We are.
Also,
talking.
I like this mushroom idea.
just wanted to let you see your art. Everyone else got to see it before you did, unless you can't see it yet.
At my computer.
If she
so-
does bring Clint out here, I mean, if it's
kill
that
him.
easy, then perhaps
gonna
we
just
can
kill him,
shift
right?
the conversation. But I mean, we haven't really discussed that.
Also,
I do think
the sole
both
person who has
stories
the
have weight.
most stake in this is not here to say.
Oh,
Imagine
no,
we
Emma?
just
Almost
come
not
back.
yet.
4 years of
Emma is
journeying.
stuck at
He's dead.
conferences.
Oh, right. Okay, so business adventure, we have money, and we can offer something else. We gotta give them, a little more spice. Something.
Obviously, mushrooms.
I guess mushroom soup. Fuck it, I don't fucking know.
I mean, yes, our eccentric financier, Victor here, born to a great wealth, and yet somehow not learning how to properly shower, is essentially the bankroll. We are all private investors, and we'd love to meet with the proprietor of this wonderful business.
Question, DM.
I almost said it.
Yes.
Uh,
Yep. Yeah, answer.
Are you? Do I need to be aware of my armor? Like, are people going to be like, "Oh, yeah, you're part of the Boros, and I don't believe you.
I mean,
so you're full of
so it depends entirely on where you go and what you do, and who is the person you are interacting with. Some people might understand because it is a sign of your station. Like you literally have an emblazoned fist that is like has a halo of light that has 7 spikes coming out of it. Like that is the insignia of the Boros, and it is just emblazoned in the front of your chest. So it could be a problem. You know that there are people who won't fraternize with the Boros Legion because they dislike the guild entirely. So far, you have not been thrown out because of your armor.
Can a guy like wear a tunic over his armor, like a little just
You could certainly try.
to like hide the main symbol?
You could certainly try.
Okay, I try.
Okay. You found a tunic on the way over, we'll say, or you already had one.
Yeah,
let
I mean,
me-
I was always wearing, like my basic thing anyway.
I skipped that one earlier too. Doesn't matter. Yes. As you are wearing this tunic on your clothing. What do you have the light being shed currently?
No light. No.
All right.
No.
Yes, it is covered, and there is no. The sigil isn't like burning away the tunic. Though
That'd
there
be
is a
fucked up.
there is a faint glow. I will say that much. Like even with the light not there, there is a faint glow, and anybody who was like really looking, like really trying to tell what your party was all about, would probably be able to spot it.
That's fair. That's fine. Better than nothing.
Yes.
Okay, so like, Victor have the money then, or like maybe not?
I don't carry the money. You guys have
Right.
the money. Yeah.
Ezra,
You are
I
my
think-
financial advisors.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
And we're gonna
have-
say that we have more money too.
Of
We can
course,
make monthly
of course.
payments. And,
All right.
Why are we interested? Do we have any? They're gonna
Also,
ask questions.
this could have been a conversation that you were having on the way over here, so please continue to talk about it as much as you'd like.
Okay, great. Because fuck me, this is a terrible fucking situation.
I mean,
come-
some
I
damage
come
has
with
already
words
been
from
done.
heart.
I will say that. Like she has already been sent for the manager. She has already heard about the
all
mushrooms.
that-
All of that stuff has already happened.
We've covered that we can't walk that back. We
No.
need to just
Yeah.
commit to that as Victor's character
Yeah.
because
That's
he
fine.
he talked for, I shit you not, like 10 minutes.
It was a
Like-
It was good. It was good.
It was a whole ass soliloquy about his.
It was
need for
real
mushrooms.
crazy person.
It
Real-
was.
yeah,
It
real
was.
life.
And
Real
for it,
life
I
overclock.
will grant an inspiration.
Thank you.
Yes.
But
Thanks.
I come with word for the from the bard DM.
Yes.
She has used her magical armor to not look, like Ezra Ricochet would dress, and
Okay.
B has used her disguise kit to not look like Ezra Ricochet.
Understood.
All right.
Good
All right.
call. Good call. So smart.
Is she going to be joining us tonight or no?
Yeah, she just called me because she had just gotten out of
Got it.
conference.
Okay.
So she's driving
Um,
home. She'll probably be home like 30 minutes.
Yes.
maybe.
Yes. Remind me. I need her to roll a check when she gets here. I won't specify what, but try and help me remember that. All right. With that, go ahead and converse about how you want to proceed with this act.
I think we should just use Ezra as bait, get the guy out here, and just murder him.
Okay.
Well,
I did
Yeah.
fail to ask what her opinion was on what we do with Clint.
should we?
But I
wait
also,
until she gets here
as
then?
I said, I don't see a reason per se. We just need to take this guy out of business. Like,
Right.
he might respond to a healthy threat. He could also not take that very well. And in that case, then yes, I would be on board to murder him if need be.
Got it.
But I'm not really down with just assaulting someone per se. It doesn't really feel like our style.
I mean,
How does the teleportation
mean-
work with Ezra?
Wait, what?
Like, what if we had him, and then we just teleported him to one of the circles somewhere else, and then we had him, Like,
I mean,
that wish that we asked for forever ago? How does that work?
there's always a chance that works. I'm pretty sure you do have to pass a check to teleport someone against their will.
I think so. I'll
yeah.
check.
But
Okay.
That's
What
an
if
idea.
I give him a sample mushroom
Hmm.
and it only knocks
Oh.
him out? DM is not.
I hear you.
lethal.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. This time, if it's a natural 20, I will not poison him uncontrollably.
Yeah. And then he has no will, and we just do a little, kidnapping.
What about like
guys,
his second in command? Get him out of business.
I feel like we're getting really lost in the hypotheticals here.
Lost in the sauce.
I'm just saying, what if he does become our business partner? What's the next move? What do we do? We
Ishmael,
just giving this guy money?
Just because we flash cash and say that we're an interested investor group does not necessarily mean that we are going into business with the man. It's a lie.
Yes, but what do we do after the lie?
We're trying to even
he'll
find
be
if he's
either
here.
out of business or by your own suggestion, dead.
We
He
don't
won't
even
be
know
our
if he's
business
here yet.
partner.
I'm out of business.
I don't know. We just get him to leave the 10th district and never show his face again or something. I don't know.
What are we
No,
gonna
if
throw?
you-
We need a coup.
Mushroom.
We need to do a coup.
Do I
Second in
just keep
command.
talking until he gets scared?
Sure.
Pork.
You've done a great job thus far. But I think we should leave the talking to.
To not you.
You know. Since we've got you committed to this crazy character thing, you know, I don't really know if that's the best, kind of controller of the conversation. I feel like best for interjections and quips, but maybe not guiding the conversation.
That's the thing. I control the entire conversation. Because I'm the one who talks. And he just doesn't talk.
It's like the wishes all over again.
Yeah.
I am the one who talks.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to know what to do without the character present?
I know. That's the one part about starting this is like
We are drawing a great assumption that she is actually bringing the Clint to us.
True,
yeah,
but
yeah,
what
but
if we
it's
get
gonna
there
be
and
not just
he is
like
here?
a GM or something, like a general
I
manager.
did.
Yeah, like
What if we get here and then he is here and then we just pause for a half hour?
Mm.
what are we gonna do? Redcon. Plan.
How much time do we actually have left here, Oren, before someone shows up?
So
We've been talking as almost as long as Victor's was talked.
yeah, no. They could be arriving at any moment. The way I'm kind of playing this is that you guys were talking about the plan as you were coming over here, but
Yeah.
Sure.
part of the plan, because it happened already, was Victor acts like a crazy person who is only
Right.
about mushrooms
Yeah.
and nothing else.
Yeah.
Hey, side note,
So
what
you
about
guys can
the-
talk as much as
D&D
you want
quiz.
to, but let me know when you're done so that I can continue.
I'm
happened
good
to
with
the
the plan
wall
if everybody
Buffalo
else
was
is
looking
on
at?
board.
Can I? I
Your
would just like to
plan
say
is
one
no
little-
plan.
Okay. See, this is why you can't say things.
And gets him in a room with us. Isn't that what we're looking for?
Then what? That's what I mean. We need the next step to the plan.
I think we call the next step as we see it.
All right, fuck
Oh,
it.
I like this plan.
This sounds great.
It's
I
better
like it.
than mushrooms.
I think no plan
In the
is the
same
best
vein
plan.
as mushrooms,
Actually,
though.
I agree
Yes.
with Abraham.
Oh,
1000%.
hello, kitty.
Yeah, what the
Oh,
cat said.
The cat said it's cold as fuck. There's snow everywhere. Turn the fire on.
Ah. I would just like to say that Snack is definitely not a financial advisor, so I would like the role.
You're
to
our
be-
muscle.
Yeah, thank you. I was gonna say kind of like a sneaky ninja looking person or something.
Mhm.
Like,
Why don't you
oh,
just-
she's
why
a
don't you just
silent
disappear?
bodyguard.
Why don't you just disappear and
I could do that. But I mean, I think she saw me. I don't
Keep
know.
an
Was
eye
she so
out.
focused on
Oh.
Victor? Did she?
I mean, we're retconning a lot of conversation here. Maybe we
That's-
should.
Yeah,
said that
I'll
what
have
Zach
you.
was
If
thinking
so yeah. If this was part of the conversation leading up, roll me a retcon stealth check.
Okay. Sounds good.
stealthily enter the facility.
I will do that.
Spoilers, you probably will succeed.
Yeah.
Wow.
With a
Jesus
26.
Christ.
Plus 60.
Yeah.
This
Also a reliable talent, so that 9 turned into a 10 anyways.
Right.
So with that, you did a stealth of 26. as far as she was concerned, you didn't exist. For her, specifically.
Okay, sure.
Did Basul die?
No. Why
Did
do you
he
ask?
die? Yeah, what?
Oh, I thought he found like some trap door or some shit last time.
Oh
we
no,
got
he
here.
found a seam, and he did proceed to pet it.
Yeah.
But nothing happened. Didn't kill him. Didn't make any. There was no effect to his petting of the seam.
Okay, so if we get like secondary, middleman guy, we're gonna be like, oh, we were like, do we want to play the fact that we know about Clint?
We're just investors, just humble investors for a crazy person.
But like,
Have we heard of him as in reputation wise? Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
Yeah, like-
maybe we're like his fiduciaries.
No.
Like-
He's talking about Clint. Do we as real as characters know Clint? Like the characters that we're playing, not game
no.
characters.
I don't think Abe would have had any reason to know who this man is by sight.
No, not Abe. The character that Abe is playing, the fiduciary for the crazy person.
No, we wouldn't have met him yet.
No,
But we're
no. Are we
interested in the business.
pretending that we know of him by reputation? Because we're
I
coming
think
to
we
invest.
have to. Otherwise, we're
Yeah,
gonna
no,
give money to
he's-
this middleman.
He's a pretty solid, like, entrepreneur. Like,
Okay.
he definitely, his reputation would precede him, especially since we're
Okay,
coming to
that's
this
pretty much what I was
establishment
asking.
that has air conditioning.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
How
this
would,
man's the real deal. We know who
how did
he
we-
is. Like, we know about
Right.
his businesses. We know that he's very
Then we
successful.
shouldn't
and
we
we're
have just
trying to
asked
get
for
in
him
on that.
specifically?
That's what I mean, right? Like-
Well, that's the trouble, is that we were already knee deep in mushroom talk.
We were.
Right.
think-
Okay.
and
well,
now she's
when
gone. We
when
can always
whoever
ask.
gets here
So
gets here.
if she comes back with a middleman, I can just like babble my
No.
ass off a
That's
little
not
more.
who we wanted.
And,
Nah. I think
and
if he comes
ask-
back with the middleman, we should, give him a taste. Be like, hey, let's hook us up with your boss. Meet us up with the real person.
We only deal with the real meat. The real meat. and
The
potatoes.
real meat. Is Ezra gonna talk? 'Cause that'd be way better.
I mean,
Can't
I would
talk.
love that, but I'm also like, do we just sit here for 20 minutes waiting for Emma to be back? It's like, yeah, I've got enhanced ability on me. I may
True.
only rock a +1 charisma, but advantage.
Get her on the line.
All right. Well,
We do also have a paladin who I'm sure his charisma is quite high, if needed.
he's pretty good. Pretty good.
So-
Probably should have hooked a brother up.
Does it sound like we are? Which, if you want to cast it at a higher spell slot and give the two charisma characters and your monk advantage on
Yeah.
charisma checks,
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
can
cast it
certainly
at
do that.
third level so that all three of them can have it.
All right, beautiful. With that,
Because we want two. I mean, not that Emma needs the charisma bonus,
she doesn't, but
but
it's
getting advantage
still.
is always nice.
Also, are you all ready for the story to advance?
What do we
Fuck
think?
no, but
Do you
let's
what do
do
you
it.
think? It's a 50-50 shot that he's actually going to be the person who shows up, or do you think
close
it's
to
less?
that,
than-
I mean,
Less
even
than
if
that?
he does show up, it's a 50-50
I have no
shot
idea. I
that we
think
know
it
what the
remains
fuck
to
we're
be
gonna
seen.
do.
Yeah. Let's send it.
Okay, give me one moment.
All right, gotta give it.
All right, let's
We're just
run it
gonna
over.
rip.
Let's run it over one more time, real quick.
Okay.
So, receptionist with GM/Clint gets here. We are investors. Do we flash money immediately, or say hello, blah blah blah? We're here to. We
think
visited your
I think
fine establishment. We know of you, the reputation of this place. We are investors for this crazy person. We would like to invest. Are you open to going into
Do
business?
we already have like a business model that we're like, hey?
I really think that that's a little too deep.
All right. So we're
You know?
we're newbies. We're newbie investors. and we want in. Even if we have money to offer, and maybe our fucking like we could take care of some stuff,
We want
Huh?
to know how his business is doing because we're the ones coming with the cash. We're offering to produce this show.
And this
So
is
I don't
not
think it
only
matters
this is a
too
small
much.
down payment. This is the small down payment.
Essentially, it's to show that we're serious.
Hmm.
Okay.
And then essentially what we're trying to do is get into a private space.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. We can go back into his office and talk shop. It'll be great.
All right. Corin, sounds like
All
we're
right.
ready.
Sounds good. As
Oh, wait.
conversations-
Sorry.
Oh,
what
go
is
ahead.
Angela doing invisible while we're doing this?
I was asking Corn. I didn't know if you saw. I was sending you messages.
I did. Oh, Discord
Not that it
messages.
needed to be for. Yes. No. Roll 20.
Yes. No. I
I
typed back to you. I thought.
Oh, you did. I don't.
I feel like
Okay.
you should be.
Oh, so I'm doing it towards serendipity, which apparently is not you anymore.
Is it not me? Oh.
Apparently not. Let me.
Oh, I
try.
didn't know there was 2 names on there.
Me neither, and so that's confusing me because it won't let me do
I can go back to that.
anybody else.
That's
so weird.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah, like I literally was typing in SN and then nothing was coming up.
Oh.
So I did serendipity thinking you could hear me. That was
Right?
not the case.
That's strange. So you could see mine, but I.
Yeah, so
was
me doing
responsible. Okay.
serendipity snack for some reason did not work. I don't know
Oh,
why.
Is that because of mine? Did I change?
Well,
Because I changed my
I-
name, or? That's really strange.
So what are you doing?
I'm
Okay,
trying
I
to.
was
I was trying to whisper. I said, "Of course you
Yeah.
can. Go ahead and roll it." You said,
Oh.
"Looking for this." I said, "Understood,"
Yes.
and you can
Okay,
go ahead and
so
do
you
that.
want me to roll. Okay, gotcha. Sounds
Is
good.
it a secret what you're doing?
Well, I didn't.
It was a
do
whisper,
well,
so I'm just
yeah.
keeping it discreet
Yeah.
unless she wants it not to be.
You must tell us, Angela, what you are doing. We are no
Well,
longer playing Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yes. Had too much of your secrets.
I know, you're right. That's probably true. It's a hard.
But honestly, I love the fact that you're doing it because nobody in the party knows what you're doing. You are completely hidden. Like,
Yeah, I
nobody's got a passive perception of 26 unless they're looking for you. They don't know where you are.
And I figured y'all were so busy with what you were. So.
You are
so
a part
then
of the
I-
plan.
Yeah. Well. Huh?
Or not. Never mind.
Well.
Don't leave us.
No. I didn't. I wasn't gonna leave. I was looking for.
Outta
I
here.
was doing my own investigating of trying to find if Clint.
I was
even-
stealthing out of the party. Here we go.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And was looking to see if there was any indication, like while she was gone, of him even being there. Like, if there's any kind of paperwork or anything that shows like his signature, or I don't know, anything that would be indication that he's there or that he's the
Mel.
lead, the head of the place.
He
that's
left the
that's what I was- Well,
With a 24, in the immediate vicinity, like throughout this foyer, which is just strewn with like couches and tables, it's just like a lounging area for anybody who has to wait, get registered, do all that stuff. Or is waiting for transportation wherever they're going. You look around, and off the top, no. You don't see any like signatures, you don't see any documents that would indicate his presence. And as far as the actual man goes, like you don't know what his habits are, you don't know if he smokes or if he has any identifying marks that would, be like, oh, he was walking through here at one point because there is this burnt tobacco or whatever, which you don't see that.
mhm.
So,
Okay. Thank you.
yes. Now, if you wanted to go perusing through the different buildings, there could be a possibility, but that's up to you. With that,
Are we ready?
Oh yeah.
okay.
Side note, I love how we're just gonna wing it.
Yep.
It's
Most
gonna
plans
be
really do
fucking
come
great.
down to that because they
It's gonna
usually get
get-
shot anyways.
Plan stuff.
Yep. You watch as this attendant, this hostess, comes back into the foyer. You see that she is followed by someone at a distance. They seem to be doing something before they came here. And you can immediately tell that this person is most certainly not Clint. You all, and I do need to make this clear. You all, except for Abraham, and actually except for Apple as well, have this extremely visceral, like, if he is here, your heart sinks into your stomach for a moment. It is when you see that it is not him that alleviates.
That makes no
Alright.
sense.
Huh.
It makes plenty of
Hello.
sense. You just have to ask why.
GM, what is going on?
You have a very, very, which I don't think that you were here for that episode, which I completely, that makes sense, actually, now that you speak it. When you all were at the point of convergence, there was this eye that shared with the entire group all of your collective trauma. He is a point of trauma. And so everyone who had to experience what Ezra felt
Oh yeah.
as that was happening,
Mm-hmm.
except for Apple, have a incredibly visceral traumatic reaction, like PTSD from just the thought of him walking through a door.
Now I'm really gonna kill him.
Also, aside from me, because I died,
Correct?
I was dead. Everybody got
Yes.
to live Ardor's misery,
Correct.
I didn't.
not you.
Well,
I
so
lived my own misery alone.
no, Apple lived all of your misery too. It's just he's not having that visceral reaction.
Oh, true.
Mhm. This individual comes walking up and finally in front of the dark-haired individual. You can see a tiefling, very much indicated by the horns that are coming up from her forehead and curling up behind her hair. She has bright blue hair, dark skin, and these rose-colored sunglasses. She's currently just wearing a black top that only covers her breasts and then is long sleeved down to about the middle of her forearm.
Okay. So she's cute.
I will show you this.
Nice. Very nice. Hello. How are you?
I am well.
The name's
How are
Victor.
you? Yeah, Victor. Nice to meet you. I am.
Yes. Nice to meet
I
you.
am
nice to meet you.
Morbosa.
Nice.
And
Morbosa, you said?
yes,
Now, are you the manager of this establishment, or are you the
I am.
manager of this establishment?
I don't really know what you're insinuating by that, but either way, I am the manager of this establishment.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So here's the thing. I've got some mushrooms, and I really think that my mushrooms would make a great addition
Yes.
to the compound in this establishment.
Enice did tell me.
I have brought with me right behind me. This is my fiduciary, aka my investors, aka my investment group, aka the people that control my money. I have a lot of it. Kind of crazy. I know I look like I don't, but you know what they say? The people.
I'm
that-
just going to
that-
put a very tight grip like just kind of like looking like it's just like a normal like hand on the shoulder, but I'm going to grip into Victor's collarbone as kind of like a signal of, please stop. just
I'm ignoring Abraham.
what?
So,
Victor,
yes, yes.
Victor, let me talk to these nice
Okay,
people.
what? All right, sounds good. This is my friend. Are we using real names?
Victor.
Yes.
Stop.
Roll me a stealth check, please. You said those words. Roll me a stealth check, please.
You can do it, buddy.
Oh, that was with. Well,
I see a 12.
Yeah. Okay.
The
Hey,
way
are
I'll
we
put
using
I'll
real
put
names?
this, she has
I-
a
I would like-
she
I
has
would
a
like to
passive
use-
perception. She has not
I
rolled
would-
perception.
I apologize for the state of my associate here. Somebody take him from me, please.
I might have had one too many mushrooms.
I'm just gonna hand him off to somebody else.
I'm gonna put my arm around him, and we're just gonna go over. Whoops, not you.
So when you all are trying to control him, I will say, for you, Victor, roll me a deception check with advantage. You are receiving help because these two are putting reins on you.
Stifling his creativity.
Pretty much.
So, that's
With a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yep.
She is not rolling perception. Or insight. I
Because
should
she
say.
doesn't care.
Because she's that fucking good.
She don't need to.
I'm going to rub the sending stone once more, and just telepathically, Ishmael, come.
I'm right here. I'm right next to you. Hello.
All right.
What's up?
I'll bring him. Oh, yeah, we're
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not on my computer, guys.
no worries.
Mean,
It's okay.
Mean dinner.
But you've got the charisma score, and you know the story.
Who needs
so
dinner?
I'm going to
Jeez.
apologize for Victor, but then I think you give the pitch.
Oh, okay.
So
You gonna
first off, my apologies for the state of my associate. He's rather eccentric, the heir to a wealth of mushroom industry. Very, very eccentric.
I can tell by his regalia.
Yes. Really kind of like a bankroll kind of situation, you know, as he was correct when he stated that we are an investment group. And I will let my other associate here titilize your ears with our pitch. Ishmael?
Please expound further.
Well, good evening. We have this opportunity to spend our good friend here's money. We like this establishment quite a lot. Looks like you're doing well. And it seems like a safe investment to possibly get a little more return on our money that we give you to help you out in some endeavor. Maybe are you even interested in possibly accepting our
And as
donation?
as he asks that, like the interested part, I would like to flash some of the cash.
How much are you flashing?
Well, it's in a big pile, so I figure I just it's in the hole.
Okay, so you just unfold one of the holes. Which one?
The one that
gold.
I'm carrying that has
Okay.
220,000 gold pieces in it.
All right, you do that, and there is a veritable hoard of gold inside this hole. She looks down, and you definitely hear a. Not bad.
Yes, we were hoping that we could speak to the proprietor of this business to possibly discuss a business deal.
All right, you wanted to talk with Clint, is that it?
I do believe that was the name. We had heard of his success with his growing number of businesses throughout the district.
Well, I would say that this is as a lump sum, this is more than a generous offer. Is there... Could you tell me a little bit more about what business you're all in? Just so that I know that you're lucrative enough to perhaps continue a business relationship, because even though 20,000 gold is a good amount. By the way, you never said how much gold was in there. She looked at it and has already spoken it into the air.
It was
20,000
unfair. Seen too much weird shit at this point.
Yes, exactly. 20,000 gold as a lump sum.
She's a currency mancer.
Is quite
Unimpressed by Rain Man.
is quite a good sell. But if you don't have the means to continue business, see, we're looking for long-term partners, not something that's just going to come in and fade away as quickly as it presented itself.
Well, on a personal basis, I can assure you that we are each quite capable beings.
I can see as much.
Well, this investment is just kind of first of many. This young man over here who has
Yes,
so
this is
eager about his
hardly
investment.
everything. We just wanted to make sure that you knew that we weren't wasting your time. Wanted
Well-
you to know that we're serious.
Consider my time already not wasted. But if you wanted to see Clint, you said you all are fairly capable. Does that mean that you're a group of muscle for hire, mercenaries looking for work?
Before we got into our fiduciary practice, we were actually spirited adventurers, but we are looking for something a little more stable, a little less death-defying, perhaps. But there'd be no reason why, if he was not here but somewhere else, that we could not go to meet him to set up some kind of appointment to discuss our business plans.
I can see what can be done on this front. Last thing, not from me, not from her, actually. What have you all done with your insignia that denote that you're the hand of the guild pack?
Mine is in my pocket.
definitely not wearing it, DM.
Understood.
Yeah, no.
That's
absolutely.
all I needed to know. The consensus is you are not wearing the hand of the guild pack insignia. So,
Undercover cops don't show up with a badge.
exactly. Yes.
They don't show up with it clipped to their belt.
Exactly. She. Well, this is certainly a tantalizing venture. I can talk with Clint, whether or not he has a time that is soon that he can meet with you. I will not be able to say. But I can speak with him and see where that leads us. Until such time arrives, you can all spend time within the Crystal Crown's Rest if you would like to.
Oh, we would be much obliged to sample the hospitality.
Sample that and more so. If you are looking to be business partners with that,
DM, can I insight that
So?
more so? There's nothing hidden beneath that more so, is there, DM?
roll an insight check.
Normal and boop. 16.
Hard to read.
Damn.
I hope you all enjoy your stay here at the Crystal Crown's Rest. Clint's timetables are sporadic at best. I can speak with him, most likely by the end of it, but we shall see. I'll let you all know. Or I'll send Annie's back.
Thank you for your time.
You are most welcome. Enjoy your stay.
Just kind of give a look over to Ishmael, then without speaking, just kind of give him that, like, that went well. kind of like shrug and raised eyebrows, like,
Well, we could get ambushed and murdered in our sleeps, so sounds great.
There's still the chance we could have that delicious cucumber water.
Of course, I will have someone
yes,
bring it right away.
I am eager to taste such water.
You do watch as she heads back for a moment into another room and comes back.
Before she comes back, Abraham would like to walk up to Victor and just apologize for the tight grip on the collarbone.
I appreciate what you did, but honestly, I feel like I had it handled a little bit. It might have gone a little crazy, but we were getting somewhere. I'm just saying, you guys did great.
Victor,
You did fantastic. But
Apple
we were
only
getting
enchanted
somewhere.
3 of us. And you were doing a lot of talking.
Uh-huh.
I never gave you enhancing
He just left his
ability.
mushrooms, Abraham.
It's fair. But anyways, to the cucumber water.
It's for the mushrooms.
Whoa.
It's correct, my friend.
Oh no. He's got mushrooms on the brain. He's been
We,
infected.
He does, yeah.
Anise comes back from whatever room she traipsed off to. She has a tray of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cucumber waters that she sets down and presents to you.
She saw me? Damn.
Oh, 7. Nope. You're correct. 7.
I was like, I didn't think she saw
No, no,
Yes.
she did not. 7. It is
Damn
7
it.
cucumber waters.
Okay, good. Yeah.
All right,
I
You
check it
all-
for poison, DM.
go ahead. How do
Feel
you check?
I feel alright.
Sniff it.
I sniff it.
Look at it
Roll me a perception check.
with my medicine.
Okay, medicine, that's fine.
It's still loading. Trying.
Just in case you
Might have to
haven't
do it.
seen your token yet, because you said you weren't at your computer, here it is.
Yeah, it's loading my token. So I haven't. It's
He's
not.
still.
It's
Yeah,
still
he's still
loading,
not in
DM.
there.
Still loading. Jeez.
I'm like, I don't.
I know. Life is rough. You're gonna have to.
Life is
Can
rough.
someone? Oh, progress.
Oh, are you in?
Rural living, people.
All right, all right.
Hold on, I gotta get my phone right to the perfect spot in the corner of the house where I have 2 bars.
I know how that feels.
It's hatching dragons.
Oh, beautiful. All right. Well,
It's
What?
hatching dragons.
yeah, no, he's
What?
he's still
What
loading,
it
is what
says.
he's saying.
I
Oh.
know, it was just funny that I
Yes.
said that before too.
Yes, I knew exactly what he was talking about. Yes, Anise comes back with the tray. 7 cucumber waters are given. When you partake of them, they are extremely refreshing.
But Ishmael doesn't trust it? Is that what I heard? He doesn't
Yes.
trust the
Yeah,
water?
Ishmael does not
So
trust it.
do you watch everybody else just drink it?
You guys can
Yeah,
decide
I guess,
whether you drink it or not.
I'm just gonna hold it and smile.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink it and just be delighted.
All right.
Yeah.
Roll me a Constitution saving. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm immune to poison anyway.
Yes, you drink it. It's tastes clean, crisp. Like,
Refreshing.
yep, somebody just
Somebody just milked a couple cucumbers.
Well, basically, like a mountain spring just went down your entire
Gullet?
system. Yeah.
Mm,
That's
Hmm.
nice.
how wonderful.
So about our other business adventures, guys. How are they
So
going?
Anyway,
Pretty good, right?
I like
What
to
is it
think
that
that
we're
business
also
is going
investing
quite
in?
well.
Uh,
Well, no,
we're in the
um,
pharmaceutical
I'm-
business.
So the story thus far is that those of us who act as Victor's fiduciaries, are actually retired adventurers who began a fiduciary practice
Hmm.
to, manage other people's money. This could be our first client,
True.
but we've done the research, we've
Mm.
done the homework. We know that this is a solid business. I'm not going to say upstanding. A solid business, good return rate. You see profit.
I like it.
We've
I
got a
love
good
it.
ROI.
Okay. Good deal.
Yes. Anyways, shall we head inside?
I think we shall.
I hear the mud bath calling my name.
Do I see it? Do I see my token? Where is it?
I got it.
Why is this place so huge? Jesus.
I
it's
got
a
it, buddy.
resort, that's why.
Hey. Sorry, I'm talking to the cat, not you guys.
Hey,
Don't worry.
Hey, you.
hey, you. All right, give me
Hey,
one
Somebody
you
is attempting to
guys.
climb the curtains.
All right. Let me. Just...
Me. That's me. I'm doing that.
Oh, what?
All I
Get
can
down.
see is
I'm
health
climbing the
bars.
curtain.
All right. You all continue on. I will reveal much more of the area for you now. In fact, I'm not even going to keep anything
Oh, it's
hidden
so
because
beautiful.
why not?
we're in.
Let's just reveal.
We're full-fledged guests.
We're in.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you are.
We have day passes.
I am going to
You
see
have
if I can just. Fog of War is off. Save set.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit. Oh, I see why they call it the Crystal Palace.
Is that a lazy river I see?
Is it? So, as you all are looking across, you see off to the right, there is a veritable amount of palm trees, seemingly to mark just a very natural space, somewhere you can relax and be a little bit more close to nature. Off to the left, you see what looks like a communal space just in this pool that seems to be surrounded by 5 huts. You're guessing each one of those is probably a room of some sort, some kind of lodging. As for the actual water itself, there are pools throughout, but wherever you see those that like almost tile-looking path, it is still covered in water, but only about like to your toes deep. Just as a leisurely walk in something cool. Also off to the left, there does seem to be multiple lazy rivers, not just one. So off to the left there seems to be, off to the right there seems to be. Also a little bit northward of that lazy river off to the left, there is what looks to be a bunch of like sticks kind of up into a wall. You can see through some of the reeds. There seems to be a net on either side that is just kind of hanging about 5 feet in the air. And you can see currently people are just knocking a ball up into the air, attempting to not have it land on the ground, and trying to get it into another person's net. While people are trying to stop them, it seems to be a team sport of some sort. There's that, as well as the other lodgings, and an absolutely massive crystal. The crystal towers above even the foyer that you just came through. The only building that it does not tower above is the one just across from you, which is probably what the namesake of this place is. You see a massive tower with a ring of crystals that is dotting its exterior just roof. And at the very top of it, there is a singular crystal spire that you're guessing that's probably like the crown jewel, like the suite of this entire resort. But yeah, it is yours to explore how you will.
I would like an inner tube with my plate armor.
If you want to stay in your plate armor, you certainly can do so. It's going to be a little uncomfortable as you splash into the water, just because armor and water don't mix the best.
Wow, this place is swanky.
By the way, you do see an individual who is currently in... Oh, of course I didn't grab them correctly. Let's do this. Yes, okay. You do see an individual currently handing out drinks to just individuals who are guests here. Is just going back and forth. You can attempt to roll a history check if you want to know exactly what race they are, but I will give.
You know I'm gonna try.
I will give a picture.
$18.
With an 18, at first, as you are walking towards the water and splashing, well, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to enter water, you can. But as you're walking towards the edge, you can make out that she has fins for ears, very like bleach white hair, seems to be wrapped in all teal colors, and has very teal skin, much like yourself. But she's not Simic as far as you can tell. She doesn't have any of the telltale signs of, like, she doesn't have, you know, a lot of different features of different animals. It seems that all of her appearance is a little bit more fish-like. But you've heard of Tritons before, and that's what you're assuming she is.
Fast.
She's currently handing off a drink and then says, "Oh yes, be just a minute. I'll grab it right away." She dives under the water, so she leaves for a moment, and then
Does anybody want juice?
comes back rather quickly, with like what looks kind of like a cask, but it's this like almost a glass orb, I would say, that is housing some form of liquid. It looks mostly clear with a little bit of like a blue tint to it, and she pours it into a glass, offers it to the next guest, and at that point seems to be out of the busyness that she had for a moment. And
Are
as
we
she-
being followed?
Go ahead and roll a perception.
Or watched?
Followed or watched. Yep, roll a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
It's an 11.
With an 11. You look around, but as far as you can tell, there are no eyes on you, and nobody's following you. Like, there are a good amount of people here who are just kind of milling about, going their own ways, but there's none of them that you're noticing tail you.
Well, does anyone else feel weird?
He's saying that as he's like floating in the water currently.
I mean, sure. Weird. Obviously, don't get too comfortable here, everyone, but I figure why not enjoy a float, you know? Keep your wits about you. Don't get too lazy. She did say she was going to reach out to Clint. So we'll
Might take a day.
see what happens. Could take a day. And we were invited in, so enjoy yourselves. Just
Well-
I'd say don't imbibe anything if we can help it. Try to avoid that.
But what about the cucumber water?
What about the mud bath?
Well, okay.
Well,
so when
I'm
I
going
say
to be
when
in
I
the
say
water here
imbibe,
for a little
I mostly
while.
mean like maybe avoid alcohol for the sake of
Oh,
not
sure,
charging
sure.
anything. They did say that that's not covered by admission, and also just to keep our wits about us.
Indeed.
We are here on business after all. Can't
Ah,
afford to get
business.
sloppy at our first business meeting. Business.
Business. Business.
I'm an expert in
Biz-
it. You can tell. by the way I say
Business.
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 So how are we gonna keep the money coming? Keep them interested in the future?
Well, we flashed 20,000 gold to get a meeting with Clint. I think once we're past that point, we don't really need to worry too much about the money.
Ah,
But also, let's keep any further
this
discussion.
is nice though. I mean, we could just, float this river the rest of
Yes.
our lives.
For the time being, we're all aware of why we're here. We're all aware of what we need to know. So for the time being, keep your wits about you. Operate on a buddy system.
Real quick, who did imbibe of the cucumber water again?
This guy.
Ho, 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 ho. Hey, I rolled a 21 on my medicine check. What did I-
roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is the DM invoking
Oh, you're pretty good at those.
our other
Yep.
DMs?
What was that?
Whoa.
I was just seeing if Torin's getting revenge for Isaiah. It's gonna be great.
Oh,
How your character is now.
not necessarily. Apple,
Got you with cucumber water.
for a split second, you thought you should just enjoy yourself.
I'm enjoying myself anyway.
Yeah. and it kind of just carries over. With
Did Ishmael find anything with a 21 medicine check on the cucumber water?
no.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it
Fine.
looked, it smelled, it looked. Any check you made against it, I mean, did you taste it?
No.
Okay,
Absolutely
then
Didn't trust
you
it.
couldn't tell that it had poison or anything else of the nature in it.
Ishmael feels like, super uncomfortable. This is not his place.
hmm Yes, very uncomfortable as he's wading through the water.
Right.
Wearing my plate, man.
In his
Right,
way.
which it would be uncomfortable. I can grant you that.
Trying to look like he's having fun.
Does anyone want to go
Awkwardly.
take a look at the tower across the way?
I'll be here
The-
swimming with Ishmael.
Oh, I'm with Apple. Yep.
All right, buddy system. Who wants to be my buddy?
Would join you, but I'm not going
Did
to
Emma just sign on?
Everybody, remember what everyone's wearing, so that if we get lost, we can describe it.
I've never changed once in my life.
That's true.
It's a guy with no shirt and pants.
Serendipity, do you think that means that he's had the same shell his entire life? Did he have to grow into it?
Can I
She would
hear
just-
him?
She would just nod,
I mean, he didn't roll a stealth check. What's your passive perception?
Not that great, I don't think.
because-
Are turtles like hermit crabs?
yeah.
It is a 16.
I mean, with a 16, he's not stealthing. You're not 60 feet away from each other yet. Yes, you can hear.
I've had it the whole time.
As he backstrokes.
I realize I know remarkably little about turtles.
Turtles!
I was waiting
It's
for
a
it too.
one-letter difference.
How dare you!
He knows I love him.
Bring me another cucumber water.
Anyways,
Who do you
You're cut off, Apple.
If you say that, immediately you watch as she dives back into the water.
What?
You said bring me another cucumber water.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you said it.
I'm not allowing him to have one.
You're not the
We're on
boss.
a
of me.
business trip.
And within
I smite the cucumber water.
I don't know
within
if
30
that's a good idea.
seconds, a cucumber water is presented to you.
Oh,
I throw my
I'm gonna
javelin
put
at
my
it.
like arms up on like the little side there.
Yeah, you watch as she had a cap on it, and then as soon as she comes
Oh.
up out of the water, she takes the cap off and gives it to you.
thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Glug, 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 glug.
You all must be new. The Crystal Crown Rest, right?
Indeed, we are.
Most of the faces that I'm fairly familiar with, so having your group come in, it's a nice breakup.
Oh, a lot of regulars here, eh?
Yes, a lot of people can't get enough of this place.
Well, it is quite nice to hear.
Do you like it?
I mean, it's good work. They pay me well, and I get to see new faces every once in a while. And she gestures to your group. I can't say.
What's your
there's-
favorite thing here?
I mean, that I get to be in the water all day is helpful. I mean, being on dry land for too long for a Triton is it can be uncomfy. Being in the water, I'd say, is probably my favorite part. The crystals are beautiful, especially at night. But yeah.
What are they?
Oh, I think there's a type of I can't tell you for sure. I'm not an expert on it, but I think there's a type of they're a type of what was the name? Coral. They have an organism that lives inside them. That the reason that they're beautiful at night is because they've got bioluminescence that shines through when it's dark. It's kind of hard to see in the day.
It's nice. Well, maybe we'll be seeing more of each other.
I'd like that. I'd like to get to know you guys a little bit more because, I mean, I already know all of these folks. And you see just like a little bit of uncomfortability when she says that. But
do I have to go all the way around these crystals? Like,
Yep.
do I have to go full lazy river?
mm-hmm.
Then I'm hopping in a tube.
Okay. Yes, you do so.
You're not just gonna run on water?
I mean, I could do that, but
You
it's a
could.
lazy river, Ishmael. That would defeat the entire purpose.
Yes, the
I guess buddy
pathway.
system too. You gotta
These
keep your buddy-
pathways are literally just deep enough for the tubes to float above them. So basically,
So
all
does
of this
the water
is a
flow
laser.
that way or that way?
I mean, you haven't
Does it
tried
flow
yet.
to the left or the right? I mean, I hopped in a tube. Where am
Okay.
I floating?
Well,
Shouldn't take any effort on my part.
yes. Which way do you want to
Otherwise,
go?
this is a very poorly.
Which-
That's
which-
not how the lazy river
which-
works, Torin.
Which way do you want to go?
Wherever the water takes me.
As you think that, it starts to float to the right.
It's connected to my thoughts.
You don't know because you haven't attempted it.
Place is well worth the
I'll
investment.
think of the crystal tower thing.
As you think that, the shortest route would be to the left. You start going off to the right and immediately start to go back.
Oh, it's connected to your brain. That's so neat. Just think of the place you want to go, and it takes you.
All right. With that,
Still too much effort, in my opinion, for a lazy river.
as soon as you give out the notion, after that, it takes care of it. Like, you don't have to keep thinking about it.
Abraham's just gonna like a suspicious fry squint at the water.
Very nice. Snack, roll me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can dodge all water.
You said that it's not covered in water.
No, it's not. I just said it because you
I
said
was
you're
like,
dodging all the water.
what? Well, I am. I'm like, staying out of the water. I don't want it in my brain.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab water.
Water? Cucumber water?
Regular
You're not-
water
Ah,
Regular
come
water.
on.
from the
Be
tap.
drunk.
No.
All right.
From the tab.
From the tap.
As you all, well, as you and Ezra are careening around, Apple.
Careening gracefully.
Yes, graceful. Apple, roll me another wisdom saving throw, please.
You
God
betcha.
damn it. +5.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're.
Oh, 26.
This is really refreshing cucumber water. This is good stuff.
I am just really enjoying it.
Apple's finally retired.
I mean, I also changed my server name.
I need to see it. 1 second.
Oh, yes. Love it.
Accurate.
I love it. All right. Anybody else can be doing anything else they want to, as Abraham and Ezra are floating the lazy river, heading towards the crown jewel of the Crystal Crown's Wrath.
Definitely just keeping an eye out.
You may
Gonna
roll another
continue
to-
perception check if you would like.
Would also be keeping an eye out for
Ishmael, should we continue to converse
anything
with
and
this
everything.
Triton?
Converse about what?
With the Triton about her time here and, you know, if good investment. That's a nice boss.
Oh, why?
I don't know
Why
why.
was it medicine?
I don't know
It
why it
was
was
a nat-
medicine. It was a natural
Natural
20.
20,
If you want to get a natural 20 to your perception, I don't know what your perception modifier is.
It's still a +5.
Okay, so 25. Perfect. 25%.
No, that was Ishmael. That wasn't me.
Yes.
Right. I just clicked the wrong button. It said
Yes.
medicine instead of perception.
Yes.
You
Well,
are-
with a 25, you still, by the way, you still don't see Snack. And that's with her that's with her failing the check. Like if she was
yeah, that's
if she
right.
gave a natural 1, she still would be higher than you because she goes to 10 every time that happens. That I actually find incredibly funny.
Rogues, man.
But with that, I mean, with a natural 20, it looks like a lot of people are just enjoying themselves, going about their day, not really paying you much mind. Like, they do look your way because you are all a group of new faces, as well as, like, I mean, unless you guys got rid of all of your gear, you're not really very inconspicuous. Like you've got some magic items on you. So a lot of people do take looks at you and do very much recognize your presence. But with that, none of them seem to be like honing in on you.
We're too spicuous.
Well, Apple, I feel like maybe we should go around and talk to all the
People having a great time?
Just
no, not the
just-
guests, the employees. you
just
know,
to
like, we gotta,
mention,
like-
just to mention to Abraham and Ezra, you all just passed another employee. They currently seem to have no customers, and they don't. I mean, they're just watching you go by, unless you're asking them to do something. They currently have what looks like a cigar in their mouth. You see a lady
This one
with
is not a Triton, right?
No, a human. Lots of tattoos, like very tan skin. Almost, if you didn't know better, you'd say she was a pirate. But she's working here.
I think I would turn my attention to her, and if she's not bothered by any guests right now, kind of have us float that direction.
All right. You float up. She nods, acknowledging your presence, but doesn't say anything.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm quite all right. How are you?
She, as you ask the question, takes a very deep inhale of her cigar and then pushes the smoke up into the air. As she does so, you do watch as a ring comes out, and as she puts a hand up to it and pushes 5 more rings disperse from the first. Oh, I'm doing pretty well. Have a pretty lax stay over here so far. So,
Yes,
nothing
you
wrong with that.
seemed open and unbothered. It inspired me to come speak to you. You see, I'm here with a group of private investors.
Oh.
You know, we are alone. You know, just sharing some of the news, and we were potentially looking to invest in this place. And I always like to get the 411 from the people on the ground.
You're going
How
to have
is
to
this
remind me,
business?
what do those numbers mean?
Oh, sorry. Like, you know, like, what's it like working here? Do you have a good experience? Like, how are your wages, your working hours? Like, what do you kind of do? Do you do anything aside from serve drinks? Or what kind of business are we really getting into? Because nobody knows better than the employees.
So, just to give you a bit of a rundown. Most of what we do, if we're in these little circles here, and she does like spread out her hands and just trail her fingers across this like metallic looking ring. If we're inside these circles, we're usually tending to the guests. There's amenities for each one of us. Specifically, Aya over there likes to be in the water, so she has a cooler that's stored a little ways down, and often in kind of a cavern. Me, I don't want to swim every time I have to get somebody something. So, if you simply ask for something, I can get it to you post haste. Just to have to say the name of whatever you're looking for, and it'll come to me. But, as far as what we do, if people need, a towel, or it's basically any service that you need as a guest that we provide. If you did need something that was outside my direct purview, there are some little servants milling about who you'll see them around, that do help with all of that. There are some things that I cannot call to my little podium. Is there anything else you'd
Forgetting
like
that
to
I had swapped to push to talk for a moment.
know?
But yes, I mean, your work seems understandable enough, but how do you feel about your employer? You know, do they seem
Are you talking
like
about
a-
Morbosa? Because she's a fine lass. She'll tell
Oh,
you
she
when
seems
somebody's
a
trying
very
to.
capable manager. I was just wondering about the owner, the person that we're getting into business with, you know, or attempting to.
You're talking about Clint.
Yes, he has a reputation as a cutthroat entrepreneur and a savvy businessman, but you know, you're the people who would know him better than us.
Well,
What can we expect?
just to make you aware. Also, I should definitely do this real quick, just so that everybody gets to see the artwork. She would say, "Well, I haven't met Clint a whole lot. The few times I've seen him, like, he's an ugly SOB. No getting around that. But he's been more than accommodating to most of us. He picked some of us out of some nasty situations. I honestly can't say much about it. Like, he doesn't spend a whole lot of time here when he is here. Mostly it's just to speak with Morbosa. Usually they're in his office more often than not. Not that, whatever. He doesn't really peruse or get around the establishment very much. I think he was the main, like you say, proprietor, the one who basically got this thing built from the ground up. But yeah, he's a bit of a question mark, but he pays all of us well. He doesn't really discriminate against any of us, and we're a fairly motley crew, just as that goes.
I've seen mostly bars and huts around. I suppose you said he has an office. Is that near the front, or would that perhaps be in the tower that's besides us? Beautiful structure.
So,
Just such fascinating architecture.
there's an office. It's a little out of the way. So there's a cellar to this area that which she points, like gestures to the tower itself. There's a basement to this area that they use as their office. It's kind of around the back, but it's under arcane locking. It's not very easy to get in.
Of course. Security is important for any business.
Of course.
Well, I thank you. You've been very helpful, very informative.
Anytime.
We're very eager to meet the man himself, and it does look like this is a well worthwhile investment.
I certainly think so, but also
I'll be happy to advise our client that this is a business worth investing in.
Good luck. Hopefully you'll be able to get into his office post haste.
Oh, you did say that we would only need to ask you about one thing. Just for the client, I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Do you have a mushroom that I could take?
What type?
Surprise me.
Understood. She speaks a word into the air. Let me give you just 1 second. Chat GPT is so nice. 1 second. You just hear her utter the words, Nimsnettle, please. And as she does, you watch as in the middle, it takes about 6 seconds, but you watch as a small pedestal rises out, and on that pedestal is just held in like a glass container, a mushroom that looks. You can see that it's got almost like a spiky top to it, and all of them look like they're kind of soft and plump. Very odd looking mushroom, but she hands it over to you.
Thank you. I'm sure he'll appreciate this.
I hope so.
I'm gonna stow that in my pack.
Anything else you need?
Nothing right now. You have been an absolute dream. Thank you.
Who I think. And she goes straight back to lounging in the ring.
And I will begin to think of the tower once more.
All right, you do so. And as
Get
soon as the
out of
notion
the
enters your brain, you start moving towards it.
So there's a cellar in the back
Mm-hmm.
under an arcane lock.
Correct.
Interesting information to have.
See that Emma's joined us?
Emma? Hello.
Hi, sorry I'm quiet. It's
That-
been a really long week.
Oh, I bet. Even hearing about a 12-and-a-half-hour day, that was a lot.
Yeah,
bet.
and I had a lifelong friend pass away on Sunday too, kind of unexpectedly. So it's been an emotional roller coaster of a week.
Yeah, that sounds not good.
Yeah. So sorry I'm quiet. Just my brain's kind of bleh.
I understand.
But I'm listening.
All right.
I just noticed the art of this like shark man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
I'm
that's
like,
because it was not present before you were starting to approach.
Oh, I see. And they got their little kind of sharky looking sidekick.
Yeah, so I'll just show you.
That's fun.
That's what he looks like.
Every big surly man needs a tiny companion.
And this is what she looks like.
Is she a shark too?
Kind of looks like it. As you approach, without a history check, Abraham, you would notice that both of these individuals are Simic hybrids.
Ah, my kin.
Mm-hmm. As you approach, the smaller of the two figures immediately, I'm just going to say probably the closest indication or closest you could get to it, bum rushes you, like just immediately zips over to where you are, almost like careening over the ring, like basically just full sprawl out on top of it. Hey, you're new. What do you need? What do you want? Anything. And also, who are you? What's your name?
Just a moment. I
Yes.
just need to look something up real quick.
Ezra, I am going to have you roll a few things for me, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
First off, for your disguise kit, please roll me that. Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
That's
If
how
you
I
have,
feel my
I'm,
week is
I
now.
know. If you have inspiration, you can use it. I think you're probably at the level where you could give yourself bardic inspiration as well. I can't remember
I
what level that
can.
is. Okay.
I have one in there, but I don't remember getting one.
Well, if you got one in there, why not use it?
Okay, I'll use it. I don't want to be seen.
I understand. That's why I mentioned it.
Oh, this is
That's
only
unfortunate. Please roll a bardic inspiration or something.
Sure, I'll use. I am high enough level to use a bardic
Beautiful.
inspiration.
Wow. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
So
has
if
been
she,
this has been my week.
yeah, it's crap.
There you go.
Aha.
All right. With a 24, you feel fairly confident. The other thing I would like you to do is roll me a perception check. All right. The first person that you saw when coming in here was a hostess. Her name was Anise.
Is she the one that's up front? Yeah.
Yeah. You can't shake the uneasy feeling that she looks a lot like you.
Ah, gross. Okay.
That's it.
That's the only thing?
That's it.
Uh. Poor girl.
Yeah. So, names from you both. I'll start. My name's Rosa.
I will look to Ezra to introduce themselves first, I guess. Oh, actually, no. I'll go first. Hello. My name is Matthias Gottrud.
Matthias. Gottrud. Is that... what if you said that differently? Got Rudder? Got Rudder. Sorry, my brain goes... It goes fast. Matthias,
There was
it's good to meet
actually
you.
a branch of my family that did go by Gottrud. We didn't talk much.
Oh. Yeah. Did they stick with the Simic? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it. I feel you. And like she pounds her chest. And you, pretty one?
Hannah.
Both of those are some beautiful names. Like I said, my name's Rosa. This big lug back here is Harbor. He tries not to talk.
Nice to meet you both.
And you two are regulars of this establishment?
Regulars? What do you mean?
You come here often?
We work here.
Oh, you work here?
Yeah.
What do you do? You're employees of this establishment. What do you do here?
I do whatever I need to. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You say it, I do it. Pretty much. You know, there's some limitations to that, of course, but...
Can you spin plates?
You watch as, like, her eyes go wide for a second, and she, like, looks around. I don't know. And she dives into the water. And very quickly comes back with some plates. So, how do you spin them like this? And, like, she just chucks one into the air. Is that how you spin a plate? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I wouldn't really know. I've never known anybody who could spin a plate.
And it comes back down and just lands in the water. And she chucks
It's just
another
something
one.
I've heard about. People always talking about spinning plates.
So, like this?
I've never seen one.
And she puts her finger in the center of it and then starts to spin. Let me do an acrobatics check for her real quick. It definitely it spins for a second, like a literal second, and then falls into the water. Oh, it's probably that because that one's harder. And she picks up the plate and starts doing it again.
Well done, I suppose. You are spinning a plate.
I am spinning it, but it keeps on falling off. Oh, never mind. The second time she does it, she seems to spin it, and then it moves to another finger and moves to another finger and moves to another finger. Hey, I think I've got this. And then she moves it onto her other hand and starts going through that as well.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Very well done indeed.
As she's spinning it, she goes up onto the ring, goes to where the other ones fell, grabs them, starts spinning them too, and walks back into the ring. Well, that's a new trick. I thank you. I didn't know I could do this. Now I do.
I'm happy to be of assistance. So
Just
what's the deal with this crystal tower?
massive grin across her face, by the way. Multiple rows of teeth every time she's talked, you noticed. It's a suite, so there are times where instead of being we're pretty much exclusive. If somebody is renting this out, which at the moment nobody is, we would basically be their maid and butler. Whatever they needed, they would. Other than that, we do, if somebody's passing on the lazy river, we do provide services. But there are quite a few of them that are intimidated.
Not everyone can really, get past the surface. I know that feeling. Although mine didn't come with awesome razor-sharp teeth.
She just smiles wide. See, Harbor, there are people who do that, who don't care. You should smile more. And you watch as he has been extremely stoic this entire time. Not said a word. You're never gonna get anywhere if you don't try.
All right, so is there an indoor portion to this then?
Yes, but it is reserved for, the people can be taken on a tour. Usually Morbosa handles that.
Interesting. Well, I will look forward to seeing more of you around here then. Rosa, Harbor.
You do get a nod from him. It's always good to meet new people. Did you bring more people? Are there more guests?
Oh yes, we're a little group.
A
party, one might call it.
Yeah. Ooh, a party. I like the sound of that. She looks off to the side, just towards the crystals. She doesn't know where your party is. But you can. She wears her heart on her sleeve. She is already thinking about going and finding the other people.
Everyone we've met here has seemed very excited about our arrival. Is that normal guest service, or is that...
New people are always cool. But,
How often do you get new customers?
Fairly often. Fairly, but, there are the regulars too, and Morbosa tends to them more frequently, because a lot of the regulars have a lot of money, and so they can shell it out regularly, is what I've been
Just such a fascinating business. An exciting time to be here, Hannah.
Very.
Well, thank you both very much for your company and
Thank you.
service in the plates.
Oh yes.
Happy to have finally seen that.
Yeah. It's a good trick. I'll keep practicing because it could have been a fluke.
I think it best that we go find the others, though. It's been a little while.
Right.
And I will begin to think of floating down the river, and I'll just kind of wave back to Rosa and Harbor. As
Wave
we
comes from each
lazy
of them.
river away.
You do
You know,
see her
they seem nice.
as she turns and starts talking to him again. You can't catch exactly what she's saying, but she's like, "You should have started talking." Is what she starts with.
You know, everything about this establishment seems very pleasant. But there's this uneasy feeling I have, like... I don't know why I used my brother's name there. I almost felt like, to be honest, would be dangerous.
I understand the feeling.
Well, let's just get back to the others and I guess tell them what we've learned.
You do see one more individual as you enter this pool. He is of darker skin, seems to be another human. Currently is wearing like a basically a knee-high dress, so it doesn't get completely. Well, actually, no, it would be a summer dress. So at least at the bottom where it hits the water, so it wouldn't cause too much issue. But that is what you see.
I'll give a lazy wave.
You do, and as a lazy wave is given, a lazy wave is reciprocated.
A lazy wave and a beaming smile.
You don't want to talk to this one?
I mean, we could. I suppose I technically stopped at both of the employees. We could always ask her questions as well. Yeah.
I was saying that as a player too, Isaiah. Sorry. I was saying you don't want to stop at this one.
I mean,
Since
mostly
I
I
am
feel
currently
like...
controlling us, I felt weird.
I mostly set out to go learn some stuff about the tower. I learned a little bit more than I had set out for, so I feel like going back and regrouping.
You don't want to chat with this guy roll at all?
No, we can just move on. Lazy
Alright.
wave. Beaming smile. I'm having a wonderful time.
Beautiful.
Makes it easy when you're in good company. Ezra says.
You know, we deserve a vacation. When all this is over, we're definitely going on vacation.
We'll see about that. It's not really the adventure away. Seems that an adventure always finds us.
Well, the world can't possibly always be imperiled.
One would hope.
All right. As we come back around, I'm just waving at the group. That way you do when you're riding the lazy river and you pass the people you know.
Correct. Also, is there anything anybody else wanted to do while these two were floating? It did take probably about, I don't know, 45 minutes even. Just cruising, talking, all that.
I would like to just go walk around the nature section.
All right.
That's like
With
over
your
here
buddy.
off to the right, right?
Yes, the nature
Oh
section
yeah,
is
I
off. the
I
right.
do need a buddy.
Buddy system.
How about we put Vasul and Victor together? What could go wrong?
What
Oh,
could go
gosh.
wrong?
Yeah, I would go with Victor, but I would give him a look like you're not gonna talk to me because I'm trying.
Well, I mean, with his passive perception, what is your passive perception, Victor?
Mine is 20.
Yeah, you don't see Snack.
I mean, we kind of actually left Vasul and Victor.
I was watching them.
Mhm.
Snack, yes. Yeah,
I was watching them. making
So yeah,
sure
you're with Vasul.
that
That's
they
all. That's
didn't,
all that's left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
So you can
Vasul
chase Nat,
and
then-
his knight friend. Yes,
like-
they are following you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just, we're just walking around, chit-chatting, enjoying the nature, just having fun. I am going to roll a stealth check real quick.
Yep.
Not a good stealth check.
No. So what? I'm gonna. I mean, both Vasul and Snack can, kind of make it out because the stealth wasn't good.
Oh, I would be away from him first.
Right. But you definitely are watching the group of them walk.
Yeah.
And you notice something slimy slip
Oh, no.
through Victor's fingers. He catches it, but it was very noticeable what he was trying
Oh.
to do.
Wow. Hey,
Oh.
how'd you get out? You go back in the bag. What are you doing out here? Go back in the bag. Gosh, jeez. I open my bag back up and I shove the slime back in.
All right, understood.
Mm-hmm. Vasul, you didn't see anything.
Oh, you gotta keep your little friend safe, bud. Like that's
Right. Crazy. All right, so we're gonna keep walking.
you wouldn't want to lose your brother now.
Oh no. My
Or
mother
sister.
would be very disappointed.
Yeah, she would be, and you don't want that.
No. Oh, what's over here? I see the guy.
Yes, you do.
Hello.
Why, hello there.
Wow.
This is an oasis for all the senses. Or it's
Mhm.
supposed to be. What brings you here this fine day?
Well, you see, I'm a man of mushrooms. And I'm just here on a little business adventure with some of my friends, fiduciaries, if you will, because I'm looking to invest potentially in this compound.
Cool.
Yeah.
You say mushrooms? What kind of mushrooms?
I like literally all mushrooms. Fun mushrooms, magic mushrooms, mushrooms that nobody should ever eat. Really
Got
good
it, got it.
mushrooms to make mushroom soup. Those are my favorite,
What
actually.
what would a guy have to do to
Portobellas.
get one of those magic ones?
I don't actually have any with me right now. Why are you asking?
Oh, asking for a friend. somebody needed some medicinal herbs a little while back, and I was just trying to procure something for a chronic thing they got.
So 16 on my inside check.
He's asking you for drugs.
Okay.
Chronic.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna whisper this so the birds don't hear it. I've got some, but I don't think you could afford it because they're really expensive.
Try me.
No.
Come on. And you watch as he pulls out a pouch. It looks hefty.
Those gold pieces or platinum pieces?
He just like gives like a little shrug.
Because if they're silver pieces, there's no way.
He like rolls his eyes for a second, looks around, tries to make sure that there's nobody around. I say try.
Yeah.
It's not like he practices in this very much, so. He deems the coast clear enough. He does flash a platinum piece.
All right.
It looks like the bag would hold maybe about 20 pieces.
Fair.
So 200 gold.
So that's okay. Got it. Now, that's a pretty penny. My other question for you is, why can't you just go buy mushrooms like everybody else?
I mean, I could, but that's not right now, is it?
You're on the clock, brother.
Correct.
You shouldn't be doing mushrooms on the clock, especially the mushrooms I got, because you're gonna be doing and seeing all kinds of things.
This job isn't that hard.
I mean, that's fair. But I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna sell you any mushrooms. Now, maybe like your boss's 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 boss, I might sell some mushrooms too. But like, I don't think I'm gonna sell any mushrooms to you. You seem like a really nice guy, but no, thank you.
All right. Whatever.
Drug deal goes sideways.
I would like to have Frank real quick go pick like a very small magic mushroom that would be just like super potent.
Roll me a nature check.
All right. So
Nice.
23.
Yeah, with a 23. It's small, but it potent.
All right. And I'm just gonna walk up. I'm gonna roll a stealth check, and I'm just gonna be like, "Don't tell anybody I gave you a free sample, but here you go." And I just like drop this super tiny mushroom in his hand.
You were very stealthy. 1 second. Because he caught him a little bit off guard. We'll see how well he did with it. Not great. But like, as you drop it in his hand, like not with very much decorum, it just goes straight into the mouth. And I mean, you do watch him chew for a second, and then oh, I got something in my mouth. Ugh. Trying to play it off.
I'm not saying you should take a break in approximately 40 minutes, but it might be a good idea to take your 15 in about 40 minutes. Hey, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
What do you know about this Clint guy?
He can taste blue.
Clint can
So can
taste
I.
blue. That's incredible.
Uh,
Well, I hope you have fun tasting blue. Have a great day, all right?
it's great. I can taste great. Wait, do I taste great? I don't know. He starts licking himself.
On one hand, this is hilarious. On the other hand, I'm asking myself, why do we ever leave Victor alone to do what Victor wants to do? This man just found the first person he found, gave him drugs.
He drugs
He did
Immediate drugs.
I mean, funnily enough, he he would be the only one who would actually ask.
You wouldn't sell it to him, but you'll give him a free, very
Okay.
potent sample.
I would like to roll another stealth check for the slime.
Do it.
Oh boy.
No.
It's so close to a 19. I would say for the mushroom, you could have inspiration. So if you wanted to use that inspiration now, you could do it.
Fuck. Man, that's I already had inspiration anyways.
Okay,
You
okay.
gave it to him already.
Yeah. Oh
But-
man.
I mean, you just interacted
Oh,
with.
come on,
Oh, yeah. Sorry, bud. It's a lot like the other. Dude, don't drop that. You know
Oh
what?
my god.
Stop dropping
Stay
that.
in the bag.
Wait, is someone
What?
who is tripping
Oh my
balls?
God.
No. He was already walking away from that. Bastul is the one who's letting him know.
Oh, I
Hey,
see.
dude, don't drop that.
Hey,
Oh,
God,
I see.
God.
I understand now.
Yeah, stay in the
Bustle is
bag. What?
being the parent.
Jeez, oh Pete. I am not being a good
I'm
big
trying to
brother right
plant
now.
those in Ravnica, you fuck. By the time
Oh.
that we deal with this dragon problem, we're gonna have a slime problem.
Hey guys, how's it going? Wow,
Oh, not bad. We just
fancy seeing you here.
made our way around the loop. My name is Matthias.
Oh, nice to meet you, Matthias, Master of Money.
Yes, you too, Victor.
Some dingbat over there asked me for drugs.
And you gave him drugs?
No, I would never.
That sounds
You know-
nothing like Victor. What are you talking about?
That boy couldn't handle the drugs I could give him, and you know that.
You know, I really just think I need to devote my attention to other things right now.
Okay, Mister, I'm so serious.
Okay.
We're here on
Okay.
business.
That's true. That's true.
Just please try not to get us in trouble.
I'll do my best.
To get us in trouble, or to not get us?
Nah, redacted.
I'm going to kind of wave over at Apple and Ishmael. Hey, you guys!
Hey, Torin.
Yeah.
Just while everybody is doing their things, could
Uh-huh.
I just do like a overall perception? of
Yeah.
Just
Please
the
roll
area,
perception.
I guess. Okay. 'Cause then I might-
With a 19, the first thing you notice is that individual is no longer at his post. He's been tumbling around in the sand. He is currently like, I don't know, about 30 feet away from you, just like laying in the sand, face up, luckily, looking at the sky. I can smell the stars. Oh, yeah.
Apple.
Continues to tumble.
Yes.
Goes into the water for a second. Comes back.
Looks like someone's trying to get our attention.
Well, they can come and get us. I'm vibing.
We
We need
I'll
to
slowly-
discuss the investment
one
strategy.
Oh my god, fine.
my tube over to the edge, and like I'm pulling Apple's tube with my foot, and we're like
I'm not
very
in a
lazily.
tube. I'm aquatic.
Oh, I just like
I'm not in a tube.
he's just in his turtle. Turtle shell.
Uh-huh.
I love it.
Put your foot into
As
his turtle shell.
As
Are
the-
you back floating?
as this man is walking by your tree, Snack, I need a coconut, and kicks the freaking palm tree.
Great.
Uh,
Is there any coconuts up here?
no,
No. Oh, okay. I was gonna throw one.
no. Roll me an acrobatics check. It's not a high DC by any means.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a good grasp on this tree.
Yeah, this is more to see if you roll a natural 1 or not.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You don't even have to worry about it. Acrobatics is a reliable talent
Oh,
for you,
yeah, that's
so
right, it
whatever.
is.
So he kicks it probably for a solid like 2 minutes, and
Oh my god.
when then he looks up. Oh. And then just kind of starts walking away. Cat people don't exist.
Oh boy. Poor guy.
Immediately falls face down into this water.
Oh no.
Luckily,
Did he
you
stay
you
down?
you
Oh.
no you wait
Oh,
there,
Okay.
and for a second you think you're gonna have to intervene
Right.
because it, like a solid 30 seconds passes where he does not move. And then, not with a gasp of air or anything, just rolls onto his back. Looks up. Cat people don't exist.
What are you saying?
Cat people don't exist. He
That's
just keeps
right,
on
okay,
saying it.
I thought that's what you said originally.
Yeah, and now he's like trying to backstroke, but in like ankle deep
okay.
water.
Yeah. Not
This
even-
way. Like he's more like just slapping his limbs against the ground and making his way.
Oh my gosh.
All right. For what the rest of your 19 perception gleans,
Uh-huh.
not a ton. That was most
Not
of
a
it.
ton. Okay, that was it. Great. I guess wanted to make sure he didn't die.
All right.
He makes it over
Think
this
we
palm
have-
tree and parks himself.
Do we have everyone
Okay.
here?
So silly.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So just to fill people in, we did the rounds, asked a couple of questions. First off, for all intents and purposes, call me Matthias. And her, Hannah.
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 Yeah, Hannah.
Hona.
A little different. Touch different.
Hano.
I'm not a paladin.
Yeah,
Right.
sorry. It's just
In a different world.
it's just like
I
built into
yeah,
my
it's so
brain.
close.
I
It's
know, I
yep.
thought it
I
was.
yep.
Yeah,
Hannah.
Oh,
Miss Montana.
yeah. Hannah.
Yes, so Hannah Matthias.
You can call me Ertel.
Erdle the turtle. Okay.
Turtle the turtle.
Oidle.
Oh.
Oidle.
Oidle, Oidle the
Oidle.
Oidle. Oh, we're okay. I guess we're going with that.
No,
The
we
water.
don't-
It was
we don't
nice and cool.
necessarily
Why'd you have to
need-
get me out of it?
we don't necessarily all need names.
Right.
It's just I
Just
met a
naming
couple of
themselves.
Simic
It's just better
hybrids.
to have all names.
I met a couple of Simic hybrids, and my name is known in the Combine. I don't necessarily know if every Simic hybrid is part of the Combine, but I just, I felt like my name might carry a little too much weight. So I used my brother's. It's close enough. Just without my history. But the point is, we did learn a few things. I did ask about some opinion related to Clint. Seems pretty middling, at best vague, really.
Should we be stealthy since we're talking in public?
I mean, we're just chatting.
We're just chatting. We're hanging out.
Here, let's move to a hut. Why not? Let's go retire to a hut.
Before you move to a hut, you do notice, with your passive perception, there is now a figure standing over the individual who was given him. You see Morbosa, who looks down.
Oh no.
You will watch as she grabs him by the shirt, yanks him off the ground, like with one hand, easily. And oh, hi, how's it going? Beautiful day, great. Day is great. Day is great. Good seeing. See good you. Oh fuck. And.
Less drunk and more mesmerized.
I mean, it is what you hear basically coming out of his freaking gullet. No sooner does that happen than we're gonna get you cleaned up. If you act out again, there's gonna be consequences. I've already told you. You watch as one of her fingers comes up and touches his forehead. You see just a slight blue glow. Fine, okay, I get it. It was stupid, I know. And she, like a child by the ear, drags him back to where his actual station was. All right, now you guys can do what you want.
Torin.
Yes.
I also just wanted to point out the time.
Yes. Yes.
I would just like to
now we-
relay notes for note purposes.
Understood.
Just in case, everyone wasn't necessarily paying rapt attention to our discussions.
Right. Which you do have. You do have basically a daily pass. That being said, you were not offered a room, so when you check the huts, they're either occupied or locked.
All right. When they said sample the hospitality, I wasn't entirely sure how far that went. Also, I wasn't sure if this was like a bungalow or a hotel.
Those are literally rooms that people.
All right, cool. Well, the point is that I don't think anyone's in I mean, we could move somewhere else, where there's not people in such close earshot. Kind of find a more secluded place.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to stop Morbosa as she was, because she does move back through, you could ask if you could get a room.
I don't know necessarily if I want to stay here.
Okay.
Just leave.
I feel like it would be better to come back.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's fine.
But for now, I will just relay notes
Yes.
in a way that is not on a megaphone. I figure we're kind of in a huddle.
Yes, you are in a huddle. You can find a more
Attention,
secluded place
everyone.
either inside or outside. You are not held captive here by any means.
Also, I said very loudly, basically with like I had a megaphone that we had to discuss the investment plan. So we've already covered our bases with like if people are like, why are they in a huddle? It's like they're discussing their investment plan.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Obviously.
and we're just discussing.
This was a
what we-
great cover. Okay. I'm loving this cover.
I'm glad it's working.
All right. Well, yes. For note-taking purposes, go ahead and get out whatever you need to.
Yes.
And then
So it seemed like he has pulled some people out of some tough situations, according to one of his employees. So there's that. They did also call him incredibly ugly, so that's a physical thing to go on. Like very. It seemed like they were describing the kind of ugly that, like, when you see it, you know. So I'm gonna be going on my gut with that one, for like identifying him. The other thing, we were told that apparently this establishment has a basement office. It is at the back of the establishment, and it is under the effect of an arcane lock. If we wanted to do a little investigating after hours. And then I met a couple of Simic hybrids. They seemed very nice, but also seemed potentially quite dangerous. Just judging from the teeth. But they act as a maid or butler for the VIP clientele that stay in the tower. We could not get access to the tower without being those VIPs. Something to consider for the future. But they both seemed nice enough, you know, in passing conversation. Seemed like good folks, but maybe a little scary. Shark Simics are... I've seen a good number of them, and I never fully get used to it. But they seem like nice people. So, yeah. That's what we kind of gathered information-wise on our trip along the lazy river. What did you guys get up to?
We didn't get far.
Cucumber water?
Well, I didn't partake, but Apple here seems to enjoy it quite a bit.
How many cucumber waters would a... Oh, he did say baby. Be right back. But I do wonder how many cucumber waters
out there.
a turtle could get down in 45 minutes.
I mean, yeah, it depends on how much you want.
I would have cut him off.
Is he sipping? Or
Yeah,
is he...
we don't know.
He did
We
seem
don't
like
know.
a
Is he
sipping
nursing?
vibe. I don't see Apple as a chugger. I see him as like the straw in the coconut.
Right.
Like,
Yep. Yeah,
Umbrella
I
drink.
get it. I don't know. Maybe he's like a snapping turtle. He goes down quick.
just eats the cup.
Just the whole thing's gone.
Anyways, yes. So that is what I gleaned from talking, asking questions. But we know about the back door, so that's cool. Just around the back.
Back door or back office?
Well, yeah. I mean, it apparently leads to some kind of basement office.
Okay.
Space for the owners. I imagine if we were to find any kind of, more secretive information that Clint might, might be sensitive, might be there. You never know. Something to consider. But yeah. Next time!
Yes. Next time. Well,
Indeed.
I hope you all had a good time. Sorry that we missed some folks, and sorry that some people came in late.
I did enjoy going to
It
Ravnica's
happens.
equivalent of Wisconsin Dells.
Yes.
yes.
What is
And
that?
He doesn't know.
It's a water park in Wisconsin.
It's a
I-
town of water parks.
Yeah,
It's
as,
a huge water park.
yeah. As soon as he said it, I was like, oh yeah, that's.
That's yeah.
I want
Neat.
to go.
It's very
to
famous in the Midwest.
Kalahari.
Ah, I see.
Very, very famous. Everyone in the Midwest goes to Wisconsin Dells.
Florida has real water.
Right.
That's
Hey,
true.
We've got
Outside.
Great Lakes up here.
We do have lakes.
Florida has real water.
Real water.
But Wisconsin's got Wisconsin Dell.
Yeah, not real water. There's no lakes in Wisconsin.
No, it's all
They
fake.
actually boast
Mississippi,
more
fake.
lakes than the state of Minnesota, but their qualification for what actually
a
is classified as a lake is like basically
Oh.
if you were to step out onto your back porch and pee, the puddle that you created would be called the lake.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Coming to all of Wisconsin.
Yeah, shit out of
I hope we're still recording.
Is the
We are,
recording
we
going?
are.
We're gonna lose so many viewers.
Don't come for me.
We're gonna lose so many viewers.
Oh no, we love Wisconsin.
Don't
we do.
get me
We do.
started
We
on
don't.
Ohio.
Oh.
Well, nobody likes Ohio.
All right, recording stopping now before it damages
We
more.
We don't.
Bye.
We